Welcome to After School Reviews. Today's a different video. It's a top 10 action figure list. Now, mainly on this list, it could be all 6-inch figures or 1/4 figures, but those were not selected. I did not select these. These were from another YouTuber who came over here and was trying to just do a special video. I'm not going to do the shout out or anything like that because the channel has not started. I can't even do a subscriber thing if the person doesn't have a video. So until then, I will do it, and we'll have a lot more videos in the future, and I have done this. It was the same video we did the Kubro's Mega Block Minions. But today's video is just practically a top 10 action figures list, and I don't think we did an honorable mentions, because now I'm thinking about it, we really didn't have any. But let's go ahead and get to this and show you number 10. The Terminator Endoskeleton, and this is the only version I have, the Endoskeleton, but this was what her personal choice was for number 10. And again, there's Ash, and I have other figures, but I was not the one selecting any of these, because if I did one, I couldn't. So it's practically just this figure here. Pretty cool. It's one of my favorites. I probably wouldn't even put it on a top 10 list. Just, you know, there's a lot more other figures out there. But we will now go to number 9. The Terminator 2 Judgment Day T-1000 figure. Now, I actually did do a review today of the T-800 Final Battle, which is practically the same figure that goes with this, but that was from the NECA line of figures, and this is from McFarlane. But this figure is number 9 on the list, and I just got this one recently, and it's one of my favorites too. Freddy's on the back of this box, Ash also too as well, and Evil Ash, and I think 18-inch Ash too as well right there. I have those too as well. So we will now go to number 7 on the list. I actually didn't think this would make it on the list because the person who made this list hates Freddy and Jason. But this is the Freddy vs. Jason box set, for the deluxe box set from 2004. I think I paid $40 or $50. I think it was $40, but he was asking $50. This figure's pretty cool because it has 2 Freddy heads, technically 3 because this one comes right here, but you're not supposed to put it on Freddy because it's supposed to be for Jason to hold. And these come with a base too as well. It's a pretty big box, pretty dusty. It says Freddy vs. Jason NECA Real Toys. I can't really do a side view of this, but I can do a back view of the box. This thing's so dusty. It looks like this. It's kind of got like the film tape right here, and it says removable mask, alternate heads, fully posable, which is a lie. It's just said it has articulation, and magnetic hand. And the figures can be posed separately on bases, or bases can be joined together as shown right there, and it looks really cool. So now we will go and look at number 6. Yeah, it's the NECA Ultimate Terminator, the Terminator Tech Noir action figure. Pretty sure the count's messed up, but that's fine. Now, this is the first Ultimate figure on the list, and technically all the boxes from this point on are all going to look like this. So, she personally likes the weird shirt he wears, and that's why I guess she liked this figure, because she does kind of like the Terminator, and, there's also other figures on the list that's, the Terminator. But we also, this figure's pretty good. There's not much to say about this one. I actually wasn't going to get this one when it came out. Last year, a year and a half ago, because it doesn't have any endoskeleton look to it at all besides the arm. I wish it would have came with the endoskeleton revealed eyeball, which came with the PlayStation Assault / the Tanker Truck Pursuit figure from NECA, which is an Ultimate figure. We will now have a look at number 6 on this list. Yeah, number 6 is the NECA Ultimate Gizmo figure, and this figure goes great with, I'm not even going to put it off the wall because I've already given away too much for what's on this list. But this, I think, is the only, I'm not even going to say, you know what I'm going to say now. But this figure is probably one of my favorites of last year, and it's almost needing a redo on my channel because it's been almost a year. It was like April when it came out, so I really need to do a new review on this guy with the new backdrop and everything and intro. But I really like this one. It comes with 4 alternate heads, some accessories, a candy cane, and the Christmas hat, the Rambo outfit there. Pretty cool. I do like the front here. I wish it was like the Gremlins 1 poster, but this one's fine. Like the VHS version, not the DVD. But pretty cool. I do like this one a lot. But now we will have a look at number 5 on this list. It's the Terminator 2 Judgment Day video game version from NES. The Terminator 2 video game, which is horrible, but it's a cool figure, okay? I love what they've done with the front on this one because it's got I love this poster from Terminator 2. It's got like half the human and then half the endoskeleton, and it looks really cool. Like if you do this, you can just see the endoskeleton parts there, but if you do it this way, it looks like Arnold. And really cool, and it says Terminator 2 right there. And these video game versions have these dents and stuff on the package to look like an old NES game, and it has the NECA official, like the NES logo on the NES games. But open this one, and it has the intro to the NES game and a backdrop from the NES game, but the actual figure is painted sort of like that. It comes with the Pescadero escape head and the final battle head, and the, what is it called, the 1887 shotgun. And he's also got a nice paint scheme there with some light gray and some dark gray, and practically all around with some orange, whites, dark oranges, reds, and some silver on the chrome. And it has an energy bar on the box. Pretty cool. But we will now have a look at number 5 on this list. This is the Friday the 13th. Destroy Jason if you can. It's the NES Jason from Friday the 13th Power Play series, which is actually on the NES cartridge, I believe. And it's pretty cool. Ages 17 and up. It's just a repaint of the Friday the 13th Part 3 figure. Same with the Pescadero figure. It's just a repaint. And the Final Battle figure repaint. Nothing on the bottom of this. It looks really scuffed up and old. But it's that could be really possible. But I doubt that. But it's sculpted and painted like that. And it's got the Friday the 13th logo there. And, you know, Friday the 13th right here. It's got a nice paint scheme too as well to the box. Hideous face, deadly weapons, and floating head. And, you know, open it up. It has a picture of you and your friends are dead, game over. Pretty cool. And it does play music, but mine are out of batteries. And that's fine. But he comes with 2 weapons, a machete and an axe. And then he comes with Pamela Voorhees' head and Jason himself. So this was number 4 on the list. So we'll now have a look at number 3 on this list. You guys ready to see what this one is? It's RoboCop versus the Terminator Dark Horse Series Endocop and Terminator Dog figure. Now, this was pretty new, and I do like this one. Pretty cool. I don't even know if I'd agree with this one either. But again, I didn't make this list. Somebody else did. And it's still a pretty good list, but there's a lot of the figures I would have to include. Like, top 10 is just not enough for me. But you can see this figure is pretty cool. It's got the RoboCop body with skeleton arms and a endoskeleton dog there and a pistol right there. It's got a nice comic book style to the box. Pretty cool. It's even, you know, got a whole bunch of this other stuff on the back of the packaging of the figure. Going there in like different poses. Pretty cool figure there. Image there of a what looks like an Endocop smashing a T-800 endoskeleton. That's what it looks like to me. And then there's some other endoskeletons down there. Pretty cool though. Can't really get that to focus. But it's a pretty cool figure, and I love the front of this. It's got that nice chrome blues to it. Blues and reds. Really nice. So we will now have a look at number 2 on this list. It's the Terminator 2 Judgment Day Ultimate Sarah Connor figure. One thing that's cool about this is NECA never released a Sarah Connor back in 2011 when they were doing the Terminator 2 line. But they decided to make a figure not recently, but when they were putting out these Ultimate figures, I just love that they decided, let's make a Sarah, and they did. And I think it's perfect. Of course, I didn't make the list. Again, I've said that, but pretty cool figure. And the reason she chose this is because I don't have a lot of female characters, and I think this might be one of the only ones I like. If I don't have any. Like, there's none in my room besides, like, Princess Leia, but she is a 3 3/4 inch scale, and that's not really cool. Harley Quinn, but she's like 6 inches, so that's a harder list. But she's pretty cool. She's got 3 alternate heads. She's got 3 different guns, and really cool figure. A lot of articulation and a lot of detail. And are you guys ready for number 1 on this list? Because I mean, I would probably put this as a number 1 too for this year. But just let's see if you can guess it. Number 1 on this list, he's your favorite little guy. And I mean little, he's not Yoda. Of course, NECA Yoda is not a real thing. But what we have here is the Good Guys NECA Ultimate Chucky figure. And I would probably maybe agree with this list right here, just because of this figure. But maybe the other figures probably not. But this one right here, for sure, it's a really, really, really good looking This figure has a lot of accessories. Has a lot of accessories and a lot of different changeable arms and different heads too as well. And it's a really good figure. So I would say this list is pretty good. It's not 100% accurate at all. Maybe like 2, 3, 5, 7%. I don't know. But this was her list of my top 10 action figures out of this whole room here that I have. And I think it was pretty cool to know which ones was her favorite. And if you guys want to know, I don't even think we could do a top at least favorite. But I think maybe the next video might be another one of these today or not. But it might be a top Star Wars 3 3/4 inch, 3 3/4 inch action figures. And which ones of those are her top 10 favorites out of those. So thank you guys for watching After School Reviews. Today we were having a look at the top 10 action figures I have in my room. And I'll show you those. Well, maybe not. But those were the list. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.